Let's bring him up. It's probably tiny. Let's bring it up. Thomas Barillo.
I'm just gonna say I'm Italian, not Irish. All right, Canadians, I happen to really like you. For those of you who don't know, do you know why Canadians always do it doggy style? So they can both watch the hockey game, eh? Yeah, you can take that home for Thanksgiving or whatever. You don't have Thanksgiving yet. Hi, I'm Tom Barillo. I was recently in a coma, and I came out of it. Thank you for all your fucking concern. Wow, not even one empathetic person. All right, but I survived. Recently, I had this conversation. I met my friends. He's like, my Russian friend wants to meet you. The guy came up, he's like, "You're Tom. Hey, so you're the guy, you do the coma." I said, "Yeah, I was in a coma." "Yeah, fuck. Why you do it?" I'm like, "Cause I don't know. But how long are you doing the coma?" I said, 35 days. "Ah, I don't know if I could do this one." And I'm like, he keeps saying do it like I'm doing a plank, right? I'm doing a juice fast or gymnastics. But he just kept going, you know. "So what do you do the whole time?" I said, "I don't know, because I'm in a coma." "But do you get bored?" "No, because you're in a coma." And I'm thinking, I'm a clever guy. I couldn't get out of it. I'm like, I thought coma was one of those self-sustaining things, right? I mean, you say the word, people know. It's like when a little kid says, you're like, "Oh, this is blue." "Why? Why is it blue?" "Because it's blue," right? So this guy, anyway, it went on and on. You know, "They don't let you ride a bike?" "No, because you're in a coma." And I'm looking at my friend, he was loving it. I finally just acted like the coma was coming back. I'm like, I'm stressed. Oh no, I'm feeling coma-ish. You know, I gotta go lay down at the hotel. So I gotta give you a ride. I'm like, no. It's very, very, very contagious. I don't want to traumatize you. I laughed, backing up, making coma sounds like, ooh, you know? So, it changes your life. I'm trying to live a little healthier now. New start, got a new apartment with a great kitchen. I'm eating healthier, trying to lose some more weight. But cooking has been hit and miss, you know? I made my friend a salad the other night, and I said, "How was it?" He said it was a little dry. So that's something that needs addressing, right? And I love fruit. But check this out. I went down to the gym the other day. I came back, my apartment door was open. Somebody stole all my fruit. Can you believe it? Right? I'm peachless. Thank you. And that's a mild trauma. That is a mild trauma. But it's not the first robbery in our building. They had a robbery last week. The cops came to my door. They're like, "Where were you between the time of, where were you between 5 and 6? I was like, kindergarten? Shit. Yeah, it's funny. So therapy, I tried going to a therapist, and he did help me. We did have I recovered a memory, you know? I had a buried memory from when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I was kidnapped by mimes who did unspeakable things to me. But finally, the doctor the other day is like, "I can't help you with your problems." I said, "What?" He said, "You need a doctor who can help you." I said, "I like talking to you." He's like, "I know. Let me ask you a question about yourself." I said, "What?" "Do you think you're a pussy?" I said, "No. Why?" He's like, "I'm a gynecologist. I'm not a therapist. How the fuck did you get in here? I'll never unhear this shit." But fuck trauma. My life has been trauma-free, right? My dad, he had a good job. We weren't rich. We weren't poor. You know, he was a road worker, but he got fired for stealing, and that kind of crushed me. You don't want to think that about your dad, but I went home one day, and there were all the signs. So I had to go to work for the county with my dad. We started collecting leaves for the county. We were raking it in, and then the seasons changed. We ended up losing our house. We had to live on a houseboat. All right? Not as cool as it sounds, but I found my first true love on that boat. I fell in love with the girl next door, the boat next door. And I really thought it was the real thing, but, you know, slowly we drifted apart. But I did get dumped recently. I was dating a French girl, right? And I bought her this beautiful necklace. It said Le Monde, right? And she acted like it meant the world to her. But no, yeah, it doesn't get better, folks, so you might as well just roll with it, you know? But fuck, I'm gonna miss her because she was hot, right? She was a tennis player. And you want some dating advice? Don't date tennis players. Because love means nothing to them. Yeah. So I thought I'd try Tinder. First girl I met said into fitness. So I said, okay, let's meet at the gym. I showed up at the gym. She didn't show up at the gym. So I don't think her and I are going to work out. Anns. I keep meeting Anns. Right? I don't know what it is. Even if they're Vietnamese, it's A-N-H. So I met this Ann. She was from India. I thought she was from India. And I took her out to dinner. I found out she's not from India, and she's also a bulimic. So now I call her Purge Ann. The Ann from Berlin gave me STDs. I call her German. But you're so stupid. What are you gonna do? This is all I got. So my buddy's worried about me. He was like, you know, come meet me at the observatory. I don't know if you've gone there yet. But he's like, hey, come to the observatory. You can do Molly. And I've been to the hospital for 2 years. I was like, fuck, I'll do anybody. Did you know Molly is a drug? Yeah, and it just makes you more horny. I ended up at Broma, 7 in the morning. Nothing good happens there. I went home with 2 sisters. All right? They were at Broma. That should have been a red flag. Their names should have been a red flag. Ghana and Di, the Rhea twins. I'm feeling awful for weeks. So, and it's hard not having a kid at my age, because all your friends have kids, you know? And one of my friends, like the biggest holdout, he's still a rock drummer. He had twin girls. He named them Anna 1 and a 2. Other friend's a firefighter. I didn't even know he had a boy. I haven't seen him for a year. I said, who is that? He's like, Arson. Arson. See? I just open up the dictionary. I read words. I make up shit. So anyway, my buddy's like, you know, how are you doing? What about your needs, right? And I'm like, don't worry about my needs. You know, and then one night I had an epiphany, you know, I was hanging upside down in the closet, naked, covered in butter, and I thought, you know, masturbating's getting really fucking boring. So I decided I'd get a pet. They say pets help. I got fish. Stupid animal. They swim around in circles and they stare at each other. It's like they're fucking high, which might be my fault because I filled the tank with seaweed. That's a fucking stretch, isn't it? So, yeah, shut up. I'm almost done. No, so I thought, I saw that you can adopt special needs animals, right? And I would see those little videos of the dog who's got wheels for legs. I think that's so cute. You know, where they got 3 legs, they don't know better. I'm like, that is the pet for me. So I went down, they didn't have any dogs. Cat, I don't want. I ended up coming home with a chameleon with dyslexia, right? I put him on my red couch, he turns blue. Like his little body says red, but the brain says blue, right? So Floyd, that's his name, he's been depressed. We've been working on it, but then all of a sudden 2 weeks ago, he stopped changing color altogether. He tries and he just can't do it. And I Googled it, and apparently he has a reptile dysfunction. A reptile dysfunction. Who the fuck groaned? Who's the 92-year-old who went, So yeah, you are the 92-year-old. You look like it. I love that you're talking about a cancer hospital and you look like you do, David. So anyway, I took him to a show. I took him to a comedy show, and the fucker's driving me nuts. He won't stop telling jokes. His dream is to be a stand-up comedian. All right, This is it. This is the big closer. So I thought I'd get him a friend, right? I went back to the shelter. All they had was a manatee. Y'all know what a manatee is? Yeah. They look like a fat walrus without tusks. So I was like, oh yeah, big fat mammal. He'll fit right in my apartment, you know? Brought him home. He didn't look well, right? Hugh, I call him Hugh, and he looked gray and white. Turns out these guys need water. So this last weekend, I fixed it. I built an aquarium on my balcony, and he loves it. He's happy. I'm happy because I have a habitat for Hugh Manatee. Motherfuckers, that was hard to write. Hugh Manatee. All right, that's it. I was going to talk about my ex-girlfriend, but it's not funny, my friend said. Should I sit down? Do you want to hear about my ex-girlfriend? No, it's not fucking funny, dude. Now, I was thinking about her the other day, and the last time I saw her, or the last time we talked, she was acting sad and weird, and I was like, honey, are you okay? And she's like, do you love me? I said, yeah, I love you. I tell you all the time. She's like, I know you tell me, but do you love me? I said, yes. Yes, don't my actions show? I mean, what is going on? She's like, so you love me? I said, yeah. She said, hypothetically, always run when you hear that fucking word. She said, hypothetically, what would you do if I were pregnant? And I was like, oh, shit. I don't know. I'd probably move to Vietnam. And here we are. I got to meet you guys. Good night. Let's give it back to Damien.
Thomas Barillo, everyone give it up.